Hi and welcome to this video. Today I want to talk about having conviction in a trade or having trust in a trade. If you want to ride trends and stay with a trend for a longer time and also trade large position sizes, you must have a lot of trust in your decision and you must have confidence with your trade. I want to show you an example from a trade where I was very confident in, and that was a Shopify in 2017. I know it is some years ago, but I want to take this example because this was a trade where I was very confident that this is a big winner, and I want to talk about that. Here you can see a very nice volatility contraction in Shopify in end of 2016, and I bought the stock on a breakout out of this consolidation here. The consolidation was very tight, so it was only 14%. The situation at that time was Shopify got a new agreement with Amazon, which was the catalyst of the price movement. But there was a lot of more things. The first thing what I observed at that time was, you can see that in the volume here in the weekly chart was decreasing. There was an uptrend. The market itself started a new uptrend. Shopify was one of the first stocks which broke out with the market and went higher. And that was a great story. I mean, Shopify was a very new way a new way for small and medium-sized business to participate from the e-commerce world, and it was very highly connected to other platforms, and it was growing very fast. So the sales numbers from Shopify, the sales growth was up and was up strongly, and it has a lot of potential because it was a platform business, and it grew and extended into new products and into new areas to help their customers. So it was a very nice story at that time, and the catalyst on that day or in that week here when Shopify broke out was the agreement with Amazon. And I personally always have been a technical trader. Years and years I only looked at technical chart patterns, and I took every trade which appealed to me in the technical patterns. But there was a big problem, and the big problem was I never felt a very high trust or I never felt a very high trust or be very confident in the trades. Every trade was the same for me. I know a lot of technical traders are doing exactly this, and they are very confident in their trading approaches and their trading methods. But I discovered for myself that it helped me a lot to be more confident in my trades, to include the story of a stock and the fundamental data into my trading setup. And I have to believe in the story, and I have to understand the story behind a company and behind a stock. And in such a situation, I'm able to hold trade over weeks and weeks and weeks, to hold the trade on smaller setbacks here from 10% or on larger wants up to 20%. And, if I'm confident, if I have trust in my decision, and if I have trust in the story, and this is very important, the price movement and the price action inside a stock is also on my side, I get very confident and I can build up large position sizes up to 30, or I think I had sometimes 35% of my capital in that trade. And I'm doing a lot of research. I wrote on Twitter that I spent around 90% of my time with analysis, and this is not only chart analysis, but this is also fundamental analysis and story analysis. I want to understand what makes a company unique, what makes their products unique. Is it a new, disrupting, revolutionary product? What's the potential of the product? Can the product reach a very high market share? Who are the competitors of the company? Is the company unique? These are all questions I want to answer, and I want to find the answer, and that's why I'm doing so much research about the companies. And the good thing with the internet is that all the information is available to everyone. You can go to the website from Shopify, you can read their shareholder letters, you can listen to their conference calls, you can try out the product online, you can read and listen to interviews with customers. You can really understand the full story. And of course, you can look at the fundamental data. So you can look at the sales growth, at the EPS. You can read news about a company. You can go on YouTube and look on reviews of their products, etc. So there's a very high transparency about the companies, and it can be one additional edge for you as a trader or as an investor to understand that and to get a feeling for that. And the technicals are only one aspect or one view on a stock. I personally think that you can find the right timings with the technicals, but if you don't have a story, or if you don't have the fundamentals below a stock or below a price movement, and then you will not be able to ride big trends and to find very big trends. And I can give you some other examples. Shopify was an e-commerce platform. Let's look at COUP. That was a recent example. COUP is one of the only platforms which enables customers with AI and machine learning to find sources of savings for their business revenue streams, and they have a very big community inside where every other customer benefits from the data of other customers, etc. So a very unique position, and you can see that it ran up here 112%, and that was a time when the market in 2019 was coming out of a correction. Another example was definitely all the cannabis stocks, for example. Cannabis is and was a very unique new way for medicine and for consumers. And especially as the market discovered that theme, CRON was one of the stocks. I traded that here, and the stock doubled. Or, for example, a very, very nice story with IIPR, Innovative Industrial Properties. It is also a cannabis stock. because they are specialized in greenhouses for cannabis, and you can see if you really have the confidence and trust into the story and into the stock, and you discovered such a stock, I mean, you can really benefit from that here. 160% from in 2019 here. And there are many other stocks. For example, Solar Edge, a very nice stock, was expanding their business, and not only into the solar field or solar converter field, but also in other fields. And you can see here 70%, 100%, and I think I traded the stock here in that move, and I traded the stock also here some years back in 2017. You can see the stock doubled in that time. So, and really, this is where my passion is. This is really where my personal passion is, to discover such great stocks and the story behind that, and really to get a feeling for that. And this is what makes it possible for me to build very big positions in such a stock, and to benefit from those positions. Okay, I know I spoke a lot in this video, but I hope that it helped you to understand my thoughts about conviction in a trade and concentration of capital in the right stocks.